Welcome back. Today, we're going to delve into a critical global issue, bringing you an overview of the pressing crisis in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the resurgence of the M23 rebel group, and their recent offensive in the eastern part of the country, including the takeover of two key cities, Goma and Bukavu. So, why are we discussing M23? This group, which was believed to have been defeated nearly a decade ago, has re-emerged with a series of aggressive military actions, shaking the region and drawing international concern. The M23 rebel group, or March 23 movement, is named after the peace agreement signed on March 23, 2009 between the Congolese government and the National Congress for the Defense of the People. This agreement aimed to integrate the rebels into the National Army and address their grievances, but M23 accuses the government of failing to uphold its promises. M23 gained prominence in April 2012 when Tutsi soldiers mutinied against the Democratic Republic of the Congo government, leading to the capture of Goma, the capital of North Kivu, by November that year. Their stated goal is to improve the political and economic status of the resource-rich yet marginalised Kivu regions. However, M23's methods have faced significant criticism for involving violence against civilians and human rights abusers, leading to humanitarian crises and international condemnation. Following their defeat in 2013, M23 has recently resurfaced, indicating that the underlying issues behind their mutiny remain unresolved. The group's relationship with Rwanda has been a source of controversy. Reports from international organisations, including the United Nations, allege that Rwanda has provided support to M23, such as weapons, military training and troop deployments. These claims stem from historical ties between Rwanda's Tutsi-led government and the predominantly Tutsi M23, with Rwanda reportedly seeking to combat Hutu extremist groups like the Democratic Forces for the Liberation of Rwanda in the eastern DRC. Despite Rwanda's denials, asserting its involvement is aimed at regional stability, evidence from defectors and observers has bolstered allegations of the country's support for the group. This situation has led to international criticism and strained diplomatic relations with Western nations who call for accountability. The suspected ties between Rwanda and M23 complicate the regional dynamics and affect peacekeeping efforts in the Great Lakes region. The international community has responded cautiously, balancing the need to address these allegations with Rwanda's geopolitical and economic significance in the region. Therefore, it is crucial to handle the situation delicately to avoid escalating the conflict while addressing the root causes of instability in the eastern DRC. In the lead-up to their recent resurgence, the M23 group strategically strengthened their influence in eastern DRC by building logistical networks, accumulating arms, and recruiting fighters from local communities and neighbouring countries. They focused on capturing strategic towns around Goma, the North Kivu capital, highlighting the region's economic significance and its proximity to Rwanda and Uganda. These territorial gains served both military and psychological purposes, undermining the Congolese government's confidence by disrupting supply lines to Goma. The control of key villages around Goma increased M23's leverage in any potential negotiations, signalling a well-planned effort to shift the regional power balance. After months of planning and capturing key villages surrounding Goma, they set their sights on the city, marking a significant escalation in the conflict. The well-coordinated attack overwhelmed local forces, resulting in the control of this key urban centre near the Rwandan border. It caused widespread panic and led to thousands of people fleeing the city. This military success for M23 served as a significant psychological blow against the DRC government. Following the capture, they consolidated their power by establishing checkpoints and deploying fighters around the city, instilling fear among local residents and discouraging any resistance against the group. They attempted to implement local governance, but reactions were mixed, with many community members wary of the rebels' intentions. However, the humanitarian impact was severe, as aid organisations struggled to cope with the chaos. Displacement camps became overwhelmed, raising critical concerns about healthcare, sanitation, and access to food and water. The international community expressed alarm and called for urgent actions to protect civilians and to restore peace. But the complex political and military situation continued to complicate responses. Very quickly, and using similar tactics to those seen in Goma, M23 turned its focus to Bukavu, swiftly overpowering local defences just weeks after capturing Goma. This surprise attack allowed M23 to gain control with minimal resistance, highlighting their intention to expand influence in the eastern DRC. Once in the city, M23 established administrative structures and enforced their rule, similar to how they approached the situation in Goma. However, they faced challenges. Managing the region's diverse ethnic and political dynamics prompted a mix of resistance and reluctant acceptance from local communities. M23's expansion into Bukavu worsened the humanitarian crisis in the region, leading to a significant increase in displaced persons and overwhelming of local and international aid efforts. The control of both of the cities raises concerns about the stability of eastern DRC. So what's next? Efforts to address the crisis are focusing on a comprehensive approach that combines local initiatives with international mediation. Peace negotiations, led by the African Union with UN support, aim to unify key players like the DRC government, M23, and various militias to establish a ceasefire and address governance and developmental issues. Grassroots programs promoting community relocation and economic development are also being implemented to combat poverty in the regions. However, significant challenges remain, including deep distrust between the government and rebel factions, ongoing combat, and complex local and international interests. The involvement of neighbouring countries complicates the situation further. Experts suggest that increased international engagement and robust monitoring mechanisms for ceasefire are crucial to maintaining the peace talks. Effective monitoring can prevent either side from gaining an unfair advantage that could undermine the negotiations. Moving forward, sustained international support for peace initiatives and long-term development strategies are vital. Strengthening regional cooperation and holding all parties accountable are essential steps towards a comprehensive resolution. A focus on addressing both security and socio-economic needs is necessary to create a lasting peace and pave the way for a future in Eastern DRC. Thank you for watching this quick video on the situation in Eastern DRC. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X and Telegram to stay up to date with developments as they happen. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to help spread the word. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.